Hi guys, it's Isaiah again. I just wanted to make a video. I know I haven't been making videos lately, and I could care less about the views that I have, the views that I get on my video, because I know that people don't really find much use in my videos time to time, but I believe my information is still good, and I know that my father always tells me, he always tends to tell me, warn my people, warn my people. I know that my videos won't come too much in use, but I know at least enough that eventually they will come in use. But I do notice that I haven't been making videos lately because I've been having a lot of issues about all the people that I've been around. I had to literally go 5 to 7 hours away from this side of California just to find decent people. Like I said in the past, all the people that I'm around are, Satanist worshippers. But besides that, they don't believe in truth. They don't have their practically in the brainwashed, you could say, and I don't want to speak about that right now, but I do want to speak about the dreams that I've been having. I will speak about a specific dream, and then I'll speak probably about another dream later on in the video. The dream that I've been having is about me being, I had a dream, and I know this was not of Satan, I know this was of God. The dream that I had was of me being in Asia. I was with Asia. Asia was all together, and I was a general in Japan's army. I was practically a general, and with Japan, I was with Japan, and I was a general. I'm not, to tell you the truth, I'm no one. I'm just a guy. I'm just an average guy like everyone, me, you, and everyone else. I don't know what my purpose in life is truly yet. I know my purpose, but I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what God has in plan for me. But I do know that from what he's been showing me, I might take a big impact in the world. As in, I might be a part of something bigger, is what I'm saying. And my father showed me a dream. I've been having multiple dreams about it, but this one specific video, I'm going to speak of a dream. I was with Asia, and and we were fighting against other nations, corrupt nations, the Illuminati, whatever you want to speak of. There was high official Satanists, the real Satanists, the Satanists that know how to summon demons and summon portals and know what they're doing and what they believe in and what they practice, like witchcraft and all that. The high official, the Illuminati, the real high ranking official Satanists. We were trying to sneak into one of their underground. I don't know, because in the dream they were underground, literally underground bunkers, not bunkers, but underground, like this underground. How would I put it? This underground buildings, and these buildings underground, there was a lot of places. I was a general, so I decided to bring upon myself to. Someone had to sneak in there. I was a general, and my life did not mean anything to me because I gave my life to God. I didn't want any of my men to risk their lives for something that they wouldn't be able to prevail on. So I took it upon myself because I know I was skilled and I had training and fighting. I knew how to fight. So I went underground. I had a dog. It was an actual wolf, a white wolf. He came in useful, a lot of things. He knew how to fight. He knew how to guard. He was a very intelligent dog. He could sniff out and he could figure out things that I could not see or understand, whether it was even if a spirit was around. And I took him with me, and they had all black robes. They had carried masks. I can't describe the mask, but it was a strange figure mask. They all had black robes with hoods. And from what I seen when I pretended to be one of them, I wore the black robes and the mask, and I took the dog, and I said the dog was with me. I snuck in there. I don't know how I did it. I can't put in detail of how I did all this, but I was in underground learning about them, learning from what they were doing, learning their secrets, and pretty much figuring what their plans were for the world domination or whatever they wanted to bring upon the world to annihilate humanity and destroy all man, whatever they were doing, what Satanists do. So I was in there, and all I remember is that I was sneaking in, and they had a portal, not a portal, but a wall with figures, and it was eyes all over the wall. It was like they were summoning a portal. And they even had a Satanist priest who was like the same way you bless someone with holy water. This guy was blessing like this incense. It looked like water, but when it landed on me, it burned like acid. So he was spraying it on each one of them, including me, because they included me as one of them. I was sneaking into this underground bunker, and all I remember is that I was under there, and all I remember is that I was under there, and I was learning what their plans were. I can't remember everything. I'll try to make a video if I could remember everything. And I noticed that I tried to be like them, pretended to be what a Satanist would do. So I did what they would do, and they looked at me when I was doing bizarre things, like, witchcraft and all that, and they said, what am I doing? I said, well, I was doing what you people do. Isn't that what you do? And they said no, because I was acting in an aggressive manner, showing disgustful things. And what astonished me about the Satanists is that they actually believe that Satan is God. They believe that he is God. And they believe that Satan, when they look at Satan, they don't approach Satan like a vile creature. They don't approach him like a vile creature, because I know that Satan is not just an angel. He's a fallen cherub. He's an angelic being. And they approach him. They don't approach him like a vile creature. They approach him as if he's a holy being, like God. They say that Satan is love. They think that he's love, and they think that he is God. And I know that a lot of people tend to revolve around love. They say love this, love that, love that. Oh, I love those shoes. I love all this. And they wear these shirts. It's all love. That's when I came to realize that Satan is going to come mocking Jesus, mocking love, mocking what Jesus taught and his disciples in the world. He's going to try to come in the name. I don't know if he's going to come in the name of love and going to start mocking love, and that this is love, that to be gay is love, to be a homosexual is love. But I learned that from them when I was in there. Besides that, I didn't get that much, but I got enough information. I don't remember that much of the information of the dream, but I do remember that I snuck in and I found out the Most High secrets. And they had an alarm, kind of like when you have a drill, and when the drill beeps, kind of like when you're a firefighter and that drill, that red light that tends to drill when you're in a fire drill. Well, they had one of those underground. All I remember is that the drill was ringing. I heard a song in my head. I realized what the song was. It was a song from a Christian band known as Red. And the song was called Love Will Leave a Mark. And as I heard the song, everyone was getting out. I heard gunshots. They had elevators that went up into, on the earth. Underground, they had elevators that went up. I went on the elevator, and I noticed that they didn't have weapons. They were going like that. They were possessed. They summoned they got them. The high Satanist priest was throwing water that burned like acid. And what I remembered is that the Satanists they had a reaction to the water. They became demonic, as if something took control of them. And I noticed that an air, like a wind, like a wicked wild wind, started blowing around them, and their pupils changed. Their eyes became pitch black, and some of their eyes didn't turn pitch black. Some of their eyes turned white with a black pupil, kind of like something you see out of a zombie movie, when their eyes turn kind of like a whitish and their pupils turn very small. What I noticed about that is that they became demonic, as if they were possessed, as if they gained superhuman strength when they had put that water on them. And when they did, they became aggressive. They didn't want to use weapons. They didn't use anything. They came out, as I started going up, I didn't go in the elevator because I was waiting for a weapon to come out. The elevator, I heard a voice in my heart, in my head. It was God or Jesus, and the voice said, "Don't go yet. Wait." So I waited with my dog, and I waited for them. They were all going in the elevator, and they were coming out. I heard gunshots. I was hearing gunshots all over. Gunshots were shooting left and right. I heard bodies fell. I don't know if those were my men, or if that, I was figuring those were men coming in, but I don't know if those were my men falling or if that was a Satanist. All I remember is that the Satanists were calling for reinforcements. They bring in men with gas masks, bulletproof vests with long coats, and they had hats. These round kind of hats, kind of like the hat you see in the movie that the demon, that creature, Jeepers Creepers wear. They had hats like that, and they had these long black silver machetes. And as they went up, they started walking. They didn't run. I went out. I grabbed one of the men. I knocked down one of the men. I grabbed his machete, and I was going up. That was my signal that I got information that my men, come and get me, come and get me. And from what I remembered, come and get me, they came. They found the signal. I sent the fire beacon, one of those flash brags, or a flash. It was a fiery thing. I sent it. It went in the air and it popped like a firework. They knew that was me, so they went in. They started rushing in. The men, the Satanists, they weren't running. They were walking like a marching army. They were marching. They weren't running or anything. They were marching with machetes, holding on their hand. And as they seen, they didn't care. They were possessed. They were demon possessed. My men started shooting it at them. What I noticed is that these men weren't walking. They were being shot left and right. And as they were walking, they seen that they're men. They didn't care whether they're men. They didn't fear. They just continued walking, and as they continued to get close, they started to strike with machetes, but none of it wasn't prevailed, and they were bringing in deeper. As there was ranks, first they started off with people just running and rushing after them. The Satanists were rushing as they were possessed, strongly possessed as superhuman forces. As a superhuman. And when that couldn't prevail over my men, over the soldiers, Satanists with machetes came in. And as that didn't help, they bring in more reinforcements. They started to bring in people who were demons, literally demons with deformed faces, and they started to bring in more and more as they, kind of like when you bring in reinforcements, when this doesn't prevail, they're going to bring in something bigger, something much worse than the first. That's what started happening. I don't know. And all I remember is that I knocked down one of the men. I ran. All I remember is that as I ran to my men, I woke up out of the dream. I didn't see what happened towards the end. And this song, it was powerful, the song. And it was during the end of days. We were like, war was going on. There was no peace upon earth. There was never peace to begin with. But there was no peace. There was no people enjoying a football game. Everything was at war all over the earth. Everything was not chaos, this complete destruction. And it was horrifying, and I was a part of it. I didn't have no fear, and all I remember is that I woke up, and that was it. If you would like to, I can't really understand the full meaning of this dream. It seems pretty simple and easy for a lot of people to figure out, but for those who understand dreams and can figure out what I'm saying, understand the meaning of the message, please comment below, and I'll leave a message. I'll even comment below and leave the song that was playing in the background while all this was going on. As I said, it was a Christian band song by Red, Love Will Leave a Mark. And that's about it for now. Alright, see you guys later.